What's up, my fellow citizens of YouTube? Citizen Kev here. We're moving quick today, so let's just jump straight into that intro. Alright, so like I said, we're moving quick today. I want to give you 3 reasons why your insurance company treats you like you heard me. I'm talking just straight. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So all I'm saying is dirt. Why your insurance company treats you like dirt. Remember, I'm safe for work, so no worries. Part of the reason why they treat you like dirt is because you don't understand how that company operates and how your coverages operate too, but really how that company operates. Some companies are more geared towards taking care of their clients while not making as much profit, and then other companies are nearly purely focused on profit. Now, don't get me wrong, profit is so important when it comes to insurance companies. They have to make a profit in order to continue to be sustainable. They can't take care of your claims if they're not making money. Think about that. I know a lot of times we like to think, oh, the big bad corporations, they're, doing everyone dirty, but in reality, they wouldn't be able to pay for your claims unless they're making money. So they have to make the premiums at a higher level than what certain things may cost them. So one of the things I mentioned was that if you don't know how your coverages work, they may treat you like dirt. Part of that is because whenever you go to have arguments with them, if you have no clue how your policy actually functions, you're basically fighting someone who's a professional, and it's a losing battle. There's no way that you're going to be able to beat them at something that you don't even understand. They're playing chess, you're playing checkers. I mean, that could be part of it. Another thing is, whenever it comes to certain companies, some are, I don't want to call them bad, but you've seen the ones that are on the side of the road. They typically have a real shabby looking building and they say insurance for a super cheap cost. Well, think about it. If they're not bringing in much money, are they really going to pay for your claims? More than likely not. That's one of the benefits of working with the larger companies, because they actually have the capital to be able to pay for your claims. Now, don't get me wrong, just because they're a big name and you see their commercials, it doesn't mean that they're guaranteed, like you're guaranteed to have your things paid for, but you're more likely to have your claims, and especially your larger claims, paid whenever you're working with a large reputable company. The old saying of you get what you pay for kind of really does come into play with this, because and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this before, but you've seen commercials for companies that are new and they say, hey, you're overpaying. Why are you paying for so much? Whenever it comes to your insurance and things like that. And then now you don't really see those commercials anymore. You don't see that company advertising anymore. And part of it is because they can't afford to continue to operate. So think of it this way. If a company is bringing in $200 million per year versus a company that's bringing in $1 billion+ a year, who do you think has more money to be able to pay for your claims? The company that's bringing in $1 billion. So we have an area where we live, or close to us, called Highland Park. Tons of homes that are worth well over $1 million. And I would say there's probably at least over 200 of those homes. So there's some companies that would pitch that they're cheaper, they're better, but really they only brought in $200 million. If a tornado, and remember, we live in Texas, so it's very high, it's likely, but if a tornado was to come through and rip through Highland Park, all it takes is 200 homes, and they completely erased how much money that company made for that year. That just doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to trust a company like that? And I'm not saying that they're bad. Every company has to start somewhere, but don't be surprised if you're with a upstarting company and they don't pay your claims. They just may not have the money for it. Now, on the flip side, some of those larger companies, they don't really pay the claims, or they may not do certain things, or you may feel like they're treating you like dirt because honestly, you're just a number to them. You're 1 in a million, literally. Sometimes you may be 1 in a million. So why is it that they would give you that super personalized touch if you're just another number for them? I hate to say it, and we all know it. Like, no one really wants to feel that way, but we all know that, yeah, sometimes with these larger corporations, yes, they have the money to pay our claims, but when it comes to actually feeling like they take care of us, it may not happen because you're 1 in a million. Not even 1 in a dozen, 1 in a million. All right, the second reason why your insurance company may treat you like dirt is because if you have a dedicated agent, they may not be a good agent. Now, I say that in meaning like they may not actually take care of you. Just because they didn't reach back out to you within maybe like 24 hours, whatever time period you give them, it doesn't mean that they're a bad agent. They could be on vacation, living a life, trying to enjoy life, just like what you are. But they may just be a bad agent too. So whenever I say a bad agent, what I mean is someone who doesn't respond back to your emails, and I'm talking weeks, and it shouldn't take weeks. I mean, give them a few days grace, especially if they're actually in office. But if they're never responding back to emails, if they don't know how your coverages work, if they lack integrity, meaning they say one thing and then that other thing never gets taken care of, or the list goes on and on. There's a ton of reasons why they may be a bad agent. Also, they could be new. You might have signed up with a person who's new at insurance, who's new at being an agency owner. So they're still learning the ropes and learning what's the best practices when it comes to taking care of their clients and making sure that they're happy. Also, they might be someone who has a very large book. And I hate to say it, you may not be one in a million, but you're easily one in 1,000. That can definitely happen. There's books out here where there's thousands of clients. So sometimes those agents can lose that personalized touch because they have way too many people. And I say too many people, meaning not that they don't deserve it, that they shouldn't hold that big of a book. It's just, if you even have 365 clients, you could potentially talk to a different client or a different client every single day, literally every single day of the week. You could talk to a different client if you just have 365 of them. And that's skipping weekends and skipping holidays. So that's one of the reasons why it may feel like they're treating you like dirt, because they're just busy. They may have too many people in their book for them to properly take care of you. That's whenever they need to staff up, get some, actually staffing could be a completely different thing. They might not be staffed at the time, because this is hard. This whole insurance agency ownership can be tough, especially at the very beginning. So they may not have the staff in place to be able to properly take care of you in a timely manner. I would just ask them, hey, are you staffed up? If not, maybe you can give them a good suggestion so that it can kind of help solve one of your pain points. Yeah, maybe you can offer up someone to them, and now you're getting someone that you know a job, and you're going to help solve one of your pain points, and that is getting things taken care of in a timely manner. Lastly, and this is going to be a big one, and I'm probably going to step on some toes, but the last one honestly might be you. You might be the reason why your insurance company treats you like dirt. Now, I want to speak more so when it comes to, like, if you're working with an independent agent or just an agent in general, not like the giant companies and things like that, because this one may not pertain as much to them because, once again, you're just a number. But when it comes to dealing with an agent, you might be the reason why they treat you like dirt, because you might be a rude person. If you're calling up your agency and you're cussing them out and things like that, yeah, why would they want to interact with you? Why would they want to help you out? I'm not saying that you need to be easy or you need to just let things slide, things like that. But what I am saying is these are professionals. These are business owners. And they're just people. They want to be treated like people. I'll give you an example or give you food for thought. So, how many of us have walked away from a job because we didn't like how our manager was treating us? We felt that the manager was stepping over the line. They were rude, condescending, whatever it is, or they just kind of made our life hard. Some of you have walked away from a job that's paying you $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $90,000, and you left that job and went elsewhere simply because of your management. You might have liked the company, you did not like your manager. Now, think of it from an insurance agent standpoint. Many of you don't know this, but insurance agents, and we'll just use this as a rough estimate, not every company has the same contract for their agents, not every agent receives the exact same amount of commission, but let's just use a baseline of around 10%. And that's pretty true, especially from a Texas standpoint. 10% is how much they receive from your policy whenever they sign you up or, throughout the renewal process. So if your policy is, let's just say, $3,000 for the year, that individual is seeing $300 for the entire year for your policy. $300. I don't think I can drive that home enough, but think about that. So you're calling someone, cussing them out, and doing all these different things and expecting a great customer service experience when they're only getting paid $300. Like I said before, there's many of you who will walk away if you're getting paid $90,000. So $300 when they also have hundreds of other clients or potentially thousands of other clients. $300 isn't worth it. It's just not. I'll say even for Citizen Rissa and I, there's been times where we told clients we are not the agency for them. They need to go elsewhere because I didn't like the interactions that we received, either due to myself, which I can handle a lot. But whenever it comes to Citizen Rissa, that's where I draw the line very quickly. And I mean, at times it's just what you have to do with someone if they're a bad client. And honestly, there could be a bad agency owner and a bad client mashed together, and that's never a good situation. But yeah, food for thought. It might be you. Try tweaking how you interact with them. If they don't give you good results and you've been professional, you've been just a good person towards them. And when I say good, I'm not talking nice or pushover or anything like that. I'm just saying you treated them respectfully. If they're still not seeing the result, or you're not seeing the results that you need to see, it might be time for you to find a new agency, either a new agent within the same company, or just find a brand new company. Like I said in one of the previous videos, you can leave at any time. So yeah, those are my 3 things of why an insurance company may treat you like dirt. Do with it what you will, but just think about it. Are they the only reasons? No, there's tons of things that go into play when it comes to like insurance and just life in general. But I will say these are 3 contributing factors of why your insurance company, why you feel they may be treating you like dirt. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Please, if this is helpful, I would ask for a thumbs up, maybe even a comment if it is helpful. Share it to someone else who might be struggling with insurance and just kind of not understanding why it is that they're struggling. And also, subscribe. I'm coming really close to hitting 1,000 subs. I would love to hit 1,000 subs, y'all. If you could please hit that subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. But until next time I see you, don't forget to do good, be good, and feel good. I'll catch you later.